I wrote this down. This is why people create problems in their own life. This is why people create drama in their own life, right? When everything is peaceful, if you haven't trained your nervous system to peace, you'll create the problem. If you haven't trained your nervous system to peace, you'll create the drama because that's what you feel safe with. That's what you feel comfortable with, right? That's what feels familiar to your nervous system, right? So some of y'all don't have a chaos problem, right? You just can't tolerate peace. Oh, I'm gonna say that again. You can't tolerate peace, so you go out and create the drama, right? You can't tolerate abundance, so you go out and self-sabotage your abundance because your nervous system can't hold it. Or let me say it like this: you haven't built the capacity to hold it, right? Because if your nervous system is used to something and is trained in an area, it's your job to untrain it from that and train it to feel safe with a new level that you are desiring, right? So the question is, this is the question before we get to this part 3. Can you recognize and slow yourself down enough to regulate yourself through these pressure moments? That's the question, good people. Or else you're going to keep repeating the same patterns. Y'all heard me talk about it. You can be driving it and still repeating survival patterns. You can be living in it and still repeating survival patterns. You can be spending it and still repeating survival patterns. Survival patterns has nothing to do with external, what things look like on the outside. Survival patterns has everything to do with consciously making decisions to slow yourself down enough to respond to your life instead of react to your life. All right. Part 3, revelation, good people. Real freedom. So now the revelation is coming on what real freedom really is. Let me give me a drink real quick, man. So now the revelation is coming on what real freedom really is, right? So this is what I wrote down. Here's the revelation I want you to get. Real freedom is not the absence of triggers. Real freedom is consciously responding inside the trigger. I'm gonna say that one more time. Real freedom is not the absence of triggers. Man, you're gonna be triggered your whole life, right? Real freedom, it basically is not becoming the trigger. Let me say it that way, right? You can be triggered and not become the trigger, because you become the observer at that point. You observe the trigger and then you consciously make a decision on how you're going to respond to it. Awareness at another level. Yes, sir. Hands to God. You shout out to Dr. Ford, jumped on. Awareness at another level, baby. Yes, sir. Shout out to Dr. Ford. And listen, Dr. Ford is going to be joining me next Sunday, so make sure you tap into that episode. Dr. Ford just said awareness at another level. That's so true. That's so true. Live from Florida, baby. Live from Florida, baby. Live from Florida. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, so listen. Response. Real freedom is not the absence of triggers, good people. It's being able to respond inside the trigger. Can you slow yourself down enough and not become the trigger, right? Because listen, this is what I wrote down. Can I feel pressure without reverting back to my survival instinct? Can I feel uncertainty without converting back to my survival instinct? Can I feel doubt and fear without converting back to my survival instinct? Right?